Good evening, gamers. We are playing Crimson Desert, and I wanted to teach you the skill points you need to invest in early on to have the OP build. That way you're not struggling to defeat the bosses. Now, when it comes to this game, think of it in terms of Elder Scroll early on. You had the Sky Shards that give you skill points. That's effectively what the Abyss items are. Now, there are various ways to earn those artifacts, and we'll be going over that in this video as well. But first, let us show you what we're working on here. Now, when it comes to your skill tree, guys, there's some things that I recommend doing early on that's going to make this a lot easier for you. You're going to have this health. I went ahead and hit it twice. That gives us a little bit more health, and it comes in handy against your bosses. Stamina, we've hit twice as well. And then, of course, we come down to spirit. We're going to hit this one more time up here. We may hit this a couple more times. The reason we're doing spirit, really going to double down on that right now, is simple because our key element here, evasive roll, this is one of the things you want to get first and foremost so you can roll away from those enemies, guys. Evasive roll, and then, of course, your very first armed combat skill with your swords. The reason I recommend those, one, obviously evading roll. You can roll to the left, you can roll to the right, you can roll forward, you can roll reverse. And then within the armed combat, the very first one you get is evasive slash. This is jumping back, spinning around. Yes, 360-degree attack. So if you find yourself in a large group, you just hit the R1 and circle, and it's going to spin back and do a lot of damage to those guys. So make sure you pick this one up as well. Now, after that, I do definitely recommend that you get double jump. If you've completed the first Abyss run that you had to do, you should be able to pick up this cloak, and when you double jump, you can then activate the cloak. That gets you out of a boss's way. If you're taking too much damage, you can then pause, eat food. Before you land, you can usually get 3 or 4 food pieces in you. That's going to get your health back up and get right back into that game. Now, there are some effects, such as the kick that you pick up with Matthias, where if you're airborne, holding up, charging the triangle button, letting go, you can then do a nice kick straight upside your head. Fantastic to do that with. Now, okay, then you're going to want to make sure that you pick up grappling. This one here is my favorite. You can pick up the characters using the triangle and the circle button. That is going to pick them up and actually throw them. You can throw them into items. You can throw them into sharp objects. You can throw them into fire pits and braziers. You can throw them off a cliff if you want to. And yes, it will inflict a lot of damage, if not in that enemy's life immediately. So definitely make sure you pick that one up. Then there is the X and square. What that does is basically a back suplex where you can grab them, jump backward, and land them on their neck, and that usually finishes them off. On in the game, as you can see, it's called the lariat. Then we have unarmed combat. This is something that I myself am going to work on. I like the idea of having this hand-to-hand. It is just fantastic. Each time that you start this is going to give you your typical punch. And then, of course, you will have your scissors takedown, which is where you can, as you can see in the item here, when you're on the ground coming toward them, take them down. And then you can actually follow that up by hitting your square and X at the same time, and that will take it and grab them and do a back suplex. Yes, you can do these combos together like this. Fantastic stuff. Proficiency, this is another great one. When you press the triangle button, it does additional strikes and it charges this thing up, and you can come in and do a 3 combo hit. Now, obviously, as we continue to increase this stuff, we're going to be getting quite a bit more, quite a bit more efficiency to it. We're going to be adding some extra moves to the combos as we progress in there as well. So that's going to be nice. Now, you may see some of these things like the pump kick. This is going to be holding the triangle to perform a powerful 2-footed kick. The way that this works is you got to pick this up from Matthias. There are some things you can pick up just using skill points. Other things you have to learn, guys. So you pick that one up in battle with Matthias. So that is where you're going to pick that up. If you're unfamiliar with the Abyss yet and you haven't went in, there is a bit of a puzzles when it comes to it. The puzzles can be frustrating, but it is important that you do that pretty early on because you're going to need to pick up one of those perks. Let's hop off of our horse here so we can show you. So you will have what they call a charge up. This is going to be learned in the Abyss with your very first Abyss interlude holding your R3. It's going to charge up. It's called palm healing, and you can heal enemies, or you can heal, I'm sorry, friendlies if you want to. But the hits that you put out, if you put out damage with that, it's actually going to heal you as well. So I do recommend that one early on. It will break through their braces and their blocks and things as well, knocks them on their butt. So that's pretty nice. So now I want to show you some of the evade. Obviously, the basic evade is going to be like the back roll, the left roll and right roll, and of course your front roll. And that does require spirit. Every time we roll, it's 10 spirit is used, and it will have to build back up as you progress, and you just kind of wait here. Now, the best evasion, like I showed you with the combat, is actually used with your R1 and your circle. And that, like I say, it gets you back, and it does damage in an AoE area, an area of effect, because you are spinning that sword around in a circle. Now, if you're looking for the best way to get those artifacts early on, let me show you where that's at on the map here. Now, you're going to make sure that you do have extra health, and this first, like I said, your rolling evasion, and then, of course, this other armed combat evasion as well. Then you can grind this stuff out on the map. Okay, so over here is the split horn. When you are at Unicorn Cliff here, you will have a ton of those little goblins. They just keep spawning up. You'll find little groups of them hidden all up in these mountains, just keep going back and forth and destroying these guys for a while. And obviously, you can then pick up a lot of the contracts. So it look like we're going to run this contract over here. We've got some things that we need to do back in town as well, just to pick like our pickaxes and stuff like that up, because I haven't got my pickaxe or my fishing pole yet, mainly because I'm not going to buy it. You actually get it free in the game. I just got to go find a person that has that thing. So any of those message boards, you want to make sure that you go to talk to any of the people here. You will be getting a lot of these rewards as well. Early on, you're going to run across a little girl with a cat. Run the missions that she gives you. The reason why is that cat will lead you to various objects and various mission lines that will give you something cool. So coming back to our skill points, I want to show you the, where's it at here? It is called, nope. Oh, double jump. I don't know if I covered that one. Make sure you get double jump. Like I said, you can actually, we'll just show you how that works. So we're going to do a double jump here. So as you can see, we're now floating. We could actually be eating food before we land in that situation. It just gets you out of the way of combat for a little bit of time. And again, that uses spirit. So effectively what you're doing is looking for a triple jump. And that's going to give you that glide. You pick that shroud up. Again, inside the castle, when you first start off, you're going to go into the abyss, and that's where you're going to pick that shroud up. It's given to you at the end of that puzzle. Now, again, that's also where you pick up this force thrust, your palm thrust. That is used to complete one of those puzzles in there. Again, you would just take and hold your L1 button when you get into position, and that will actually observe the little figure that's doing the movements, and that's how you learn those skills, guys. So that's where we're at, and that's basically all you got to do is run this stuff, grind it out. You can pick coins up off the ground as well, tons and tons and tons of coins, taking out these bandits. Look for bandits, look for message boards, listen for people talking about bandits. That is where you're going to pick up all of your gold. Do not invest anything right now when you are going around and you're hitting these bandit camps. You will see these little wheels where they will sharpen your blades, and it will actually be upgrading your weapon for free. Right? You want to keep in mind. But I hope this video has helped you out, giving you some ideas on an early start in the game. And obviously, as we progress and start to unlock some more of these abilities, I will be bringing that to you to show you what we have now. When it comes to doing your gold runs and things like that, hunt everything that you can. When you see deer or you see birds and you see geese and things not in town but things that are wild, you can use your bow to take those out and then take it, cook it, and then sell it. Now keep some for yourself, but obviously sell a lot of those things as well. When it comes to frogs and things like that, you can cook those and sell them as well, or you can eat them. It's totally up to you guys. So have a wonderful day. I hope this video found you good. And man, enjoy the game. It is a blast.